Hey, Shalom, Akim, Shalom, Call Halal Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem Rakah HaKadosh. I want to send double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Much peace, love, and salutations to you, Akim, out there pushing the word of sincerity and truth. It's the brother Ariala. And, I want to talk about Isupk Hurt. Niggas hurt, bro. And, I'm sure brothers have heard the word circulating about how Isupk was posted up at the camp for the brothers up there in Pittsburgh. And, call halal Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah. Man, we are in a powerful time. And for brothers that are really tuned in and that are very sincere about, what's going on here, we see how the Most High is making moves, man. And in the book of Matthew, the 7th chapter, when you read down at the 16th verse and down, it talks about how you shall know them by their fruit. And definitely things are being exposed. We're seeing the fruit of Isupk. And on one of the last videos that I touched on when addressing Isupk with the whole John the Baptist thing, and what you see is the Isupk congregation asking questions concerning John the Baptist, because it didn't make sense what they was talking about, and they admonished their own church for asking questions, belittled their own congregation. And it was because of the pressure through the Spirit that Great Millstone had applied by answering and saying, no, that's incorrect. You guys are going off. That's not right. And, it was an embarrassment to them. They were made to look foolish concerning that topic. And it was an embarrassment to them. Their whole, higher rank structure looked stupid. And what we see in response to that is carnality. They went down to the Pittsburgh camp and tried to intimidate brothers. And, and going to the Pittsburgh camp was strategic. Best believe that. Because that's not a very big camp. And, when someone that wants to be a bully, they have low self-esteem. And then when I told brothers in that last video that I did that the head of the leader that was even teaching the class, you could see how low his self-esteem was. And that's why he treated brothers the way he treated brothers. Because when a person that has very low self-esteem, what they do is they pretend they have high self-esteem, and in doing that, the only way that they can have esteem is by intimidating, casting other people down, and that's what they tried to go out there to those young brothers and do, was intimidate them with some numbers. And the brothers weren't intimidated. They just moved spiritually and really exposed how carnal these guys are, because they can't handle what's happening. See, what's happening is that they're being exposed spiritually through the scriptures, through the understanding of the doctrine, and their congregation is asking them a lot of questions, and they know the questions are coming from Great Millstone, so they're trying to embarrass Great Millstone so that their congregation will believe in them again. And it's backfiring. And this didn't do anything but make them look even worse, because they don't have the answers spiritually. They don't have any answers. And all you guys and you people that are tuning in, you going back and forth, you watching ISP, you like the way that Isupk makes you feel. They make you feel strong. They make you feel like, ooh, I'm an Israelite. We kings. That stereotypical Edomite version of who we really are. That's what Isupk exudes. Isupk exudes this black, we was kings energy that really is mindless and has nothing to do with the spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, man. And that's being exposed, man. When you go in the book of Samuel, I talked about this with the brother from Hawaii. When you go in the book of Samuel, I want to say 2 Samuel, the 3rd chapter, in the 1st verse, it says that it talks about how the house of David waxed stronger and the house of Saul waxed weaker. And spiritually, we see this. You know, yeah, Great Millstone is starting to get acclaim spiritually for killing tens of thousands. You know, because the prophecies is rolling out. Not only do you have the situation with John the Baptist, you now have this coronavirus issue, which is spreading globally and is causing mass hysteria, martial law, and it's lining up with the implementation of the RFID microchip. And it's another smear on ISUPK, because these guys don't really prophesy like that, man. They don't come out with the scriptures. So when all of these questions are coming before the face of the head or the leaders of ISUPK, they're getting frustrated. Because now people are having even more questions. Why? Because the prophecies is rolling out. And who's directly addressing prophecy persistently and consistently? The real men of the Lord, man. And it just so happens that the Most High is dealing with Great Millstone, from the apostles on down. And so they're coming to ISUPK because ISUPK makes you feel good, and they want ISUPK to convert themselves into real prophets and actually answer these questions succinctly, directly, using scriptures, and these people can't. So they're going back secretly, just like Nicodemus, just like Joseph of Arimathea. They're secretly listening to Great Millstone out of the fear of the Jews. And what you see is, when you read John, the 8th chapter, and the brother Bonsapad mentioned this, when it talks about ye of your father the devil, okay, and they go after their father, you know, they're from General Yohana on down, who are under the spirit of Esau, Rome, Edom, and they're going to walk you into their slaughter. ISUPK is going to walk a lot of simpletons into slaughter and judgment, because they're not spiritual. But they are those same Jews that are coming against the real believers, the true believers. Just like the house of Saul was demanding for King David to be brought to the house of Saul. Okay, just like King Saul and his house were trying to demand lordship over the nation, but the Most High wasn't having it. You're having the same thing happen today, to where you have these same men of Saul chasing down brothers out of the house of David, being carnal. Okay? Because they're being exposed for the lack of spirituality, for the lack of understanding and knowledge of the scriptures, and they don't really have the answers, because the Most High is not dealing with them to answer. Okay? That's what's happening. And we see it, and it's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful, man. We've been saying this whole time that the first people that are going to come against us is going to be our own people. Our own people are going to be the first ones to come against us. All right? And whenever you read in the book of John, the 20th chapter, talks about it was after the Lord had died, he rose again. Mary Magdalene had came into encounter with the Lord when she went to the sepulcher. She told Peter, and then they went back and they were in hiding out of fear of the Jews. They was in a house with the door shut up, out of the fear of the Jews. And now we seeing these same things line up through the Spirit. Okay, and for you people who are so-called on the fence, or just to the congregation of Israel in general, who is listening to these people? And that's one of the other things I said. Are you really following these guys? Really? What more do you need to see? What more can we say through the Spirit, man? We've been warning, we've been going out, we're preaching the word, we've been teaching, we've been showing you guys consistently that these men are not in the Spirit. But because they make you feel good, and it's all cute, rhinestone cowboys with the glasses on and microphones and making themselves feel like big men, when you're actually a little bitty boy inside who has no decision-making capabilities. Okay? You don't believe in yourself. You don't even really believe in this truth. You believe in what you see, and you don't believe in the unseen. And there lies your ultimate weakness. Okay? And that weakness is being exposed by men who don't come looking all cute, who come looking rough, all right, who come in the spirit of John the Baptist and other forefathers of the scriptures, from Yahushua on down. And it's exposing ISUPK. Okay? So this is definitely something that the Most High is going to address. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw General Yohana catch the coronavirus and all that type of stuff, and just all of these things, because judgment is coming. All this madness is going to be done away with. Absolutely going to be done away with. Most High is done with all this game plan, and on this side, you wicked scribes and Pharisees, you wicked Jews, the house of Saul, you lose. You take the L. Brothers are going to continue to preach the word out of humbleness and meekness, and follow as the scripture says. And you saw how the brothers reacted. They reacted like the scripture. They dusted their feet off, man. And if they want to follow the brothers around, we'll see. But that also shows you how small, how low. They didn't go and try to see the apostles and elders. If vocab alone can find the apostles and elders, they can too. They know New York. They didn't go to try to and roll up on a camp sizable. They wouldn't roll on a Chicago camp or a DC camp or a New York camp or even the Philly camp. These guys, man, they just trying to save face. They want to try to make Great Millstone look bad because their congregation is coming against them. Their congregation is questioning them. They look stupid. And they want to try to encourage their congregation. But the only way they know how is to just put on a show. They can't do it with actual substance. Tazariak learned from Great Millstone, so he got all this clout as this scripture man. But I'm telling you, this truth is about continual growth. And you see his growth has been stunted because he's around a bunch of yes men. Okay? And debating Egyptians is not going to keep you sharp in the scripture. The only way you're going to stay sharp in the scripture is by being around other men that are sharp in the scripture. And you guys don't have that because you don't have sound doctrine. Okay? And we're not afraid to say it because it's just evident and true. You shall know them by their fruits. And we're seeing it. So you can try to slander, but it's just making yourself look horrible. Who is listening to these people? Are you really listening to this big fat nigga with these shades on? Muffin mouth ass motherfuckers. Are you really listening to these people? What is wrong with you? They don't have the answers. All they have is a show. And all this show is coming to an end. It's coming to a swift end, man. Okay? But yeah, man, everything is happening according to the scriptures. Is right in line with everything that's happening with this coronavirus. And that's another thing. They're not talking about the major issues, man. Millions and billions of people being affected by this virus, like the brother from Hawaii talked about. And prophecies going down. You ain't talking about that. So we gonna see, man. Kal halal Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shabbat Shem Kal HaKadosh. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Much peace, love, and salutations to you. I came out there pushing the word, sincerity, and truth. Hey, let's keep it rocking. Shalom.